Virgo. This is Fawnandfireintuitive, and I'm doing early October general readings. I decided to do an energy check because they are one of my favorite readings to do. They just look at the energy surrounding you, your situations, your decisions, kind of where you're at energetically, and then give you insight into where you can move energetically to raise your vibration and get the best outcome possible in this season. I really love them because for me, they just, they're kind of a check yourself before you wreck yourself. And I find they're great for me personally for growth. Like, they really help give me perspective and see maybe where I'm going wrong, or things that I'm holding on to, or things that I need to take a deeper look at so that I continue to grow and then manifest what I really want in my life. If this doesn't resonate with you, check your moon and your rising sign. Or even better, if you look down in the box below, you can contact me for a private and personal reading. I can do them through email, over the phone, video. There's a lot of options and a lot of different readings available, but it can take a deeper look into your personal situations. I am new to YouTube, so please like, share, and subscribe. If this resonates with you, comment below or just say hi, but it's very encouraging to me to hear from you. And let's get started, Virgo. Take a little parched. Okay, Virgo. So your central issue, we have the High Priestess in reverse. So there's a block. You're not seeing something. You're not tuned into your intuition regarding a situation. And that can be very Virgo, actually. Virgo, they can easily tune into their intuition for other people and see opportunities for growth in other people, but sometimes they have a hard time reflecting it back on themselves. In your past, you have the Eight of Cups in reverse, so you're definitely coming out of some emotional dissatisfaction. There was definitely a situation that was broken and kind of caused a leak, in your emotional life, and it's been draining out, and it really needs to be refilled. You see these cups are upside down. You can't refill an upside down broken cup. Like, you need a new cup, basically, in that situation. Crowning, you have the Emperor. So definitely, you could have been dealing with a very strong person who made a final decision, and it has robbed you of celebrating, a situation maybe that you thought was going to end in marriage or celebration, something that looked very promising. It did not end that way. And that could be, and it really could have had to do with the eclipse, because I see this eclipse on this card. The eclipse happened maybe 7-8 weeks ago, and it happened for it caused in a lot of people's lives changes, and those changes are positive, but if you haven't fully tuned into what you were supposed to learn in that season, you might just be held back a little in where the universe is trying to take you and trying to give you and manifest in your life. In the future, you do have Temperance, which is greater balance, which is awesome. Your foundation is the moon. So you could be dealing with a Pisces. What's interesting is Taurus got the moon and the High Priestess as well. It seems like, the universe is like, hey, earth signs, like I guess it's your guys' season for something awesome with spiritual growth. Okay, so your foundation is the moon. You could be dealing with a Pisces. It could have been a Pisces that, you know, cracked your cup. But also it could just be, again, tying into your intuition. You know, the moon can represent visions. You know, it could represent you need to really maybe stop looking outward on how other people can grow and really visualize what you want for your life. Positive things, you know. I'm going to go ahead and go into the clarifiers. With the moon, you do have the Hermit, which is you, and you have the One of Wands. And this Hermit's so cute. She's like a little snail with a candle. You know, she moves slow, but she is like protecting her light and working on it. And I really feel like that's what this is. Like, you need to just slow down and visualize your light. What is it that you want? What is it that you're aiming towards in the future? What is it that you need to let go of and work on? Slow down and focus on your light, what you're shining out into the world, because that's what you manifest back to you. If you're shining out judgment, if you're focused on the past and brokenness, that's what you are manifesting. And what's awesome is you have the One of Wands. So this is a new start, like a new spark. You're lighting, you know, it's basically a match that you are striking and lighting your own, reigniting your own inner light so that it shines out what you want in the universe. So that is what you are bringing back and manifesting. That's really beautiful. So, you know, you're in the darkness, but you are going to reignite your light with the intentions, you know, with the correct intentions, what you're trying to bring into your life. What's interesting, you know, you could have been dealing with an air sign, and that is why your cup cracked. But also it could have just been, you know, a message that you didn't want to hear, a truth you didn't want to hear. That could be it. You could have heard a truth you didn't want to hear, and instead of recognizing that, you know, no matter what weaknesses arise or criticisms, you know, that there can be growth from it. So if you like just shut it out and didn't, you know, weren't willing to grow, that could be why right now the universe is asking you, can you look back at that and be willing to, you know, go inside, take a look at your heart and refocus. Because then you have, this is what's crazy, you have Temperance in reverse in your past, and you have Temperance upright in your future. So in the past there was unbalance, and you maybe heard a message that kind of pissed you off because someone was criticizing you, and they may not have even had a good heart about it. They may have been criticizing you out of their own brokenness, and it just, you know, they saw something off balance in you or your life. You know, it doesn't matter. They may not be the nicest person. They may have been speaking from the wrong place, but truth is truth, you know? And what I'm seeing is someone was speaking truth. And something was off balance, okay? So in order to get it back in balance, you have a lot of new beginning cards. You know, you have this One of Wands, but then you also have the Fool. If you look, the Fool is 0. Okay? And that doesn't mean being foolish. It's the start of a new adventure. And he's moving towards balance, if you see. He's moving towards temperance. So if you look at these cards together, and the orange connecting them all, you know, you're moving from lack of balance to balance, lack of you see this fish, you know, in the upright, she's riding on and you really could be dealing with a Pisces because you've got fish all over the place, and then you've got this moon, okay? So you could have had like a crazy, emotionally volatile Pisces, but they were speaking some truth in your life. I shouldn't have said crazy. That wasn't nice, but you know. But in the reverse, like, she's clinging on for dear life. You know, fish are falling out of the sky. It's not the peaceful picture. Okay, so you're moving towards something new. Like, this is a new start for you. You have this eclipse. You have the High Priestess, the One of Wands. And up here with this Emperor and the lack of being able to celebrate, the lack of, you know, peace at home. You also have the Five of Wands. So, you know, a lot of this did come from fighting. This was not a peaceful situation, and that might have been why it was out of balance. And this person's voice, either this Emperor or this possibly Pisces or air sign, you know, maybe it was just so much arguing that you kind of had to shut everything out, and it was really hard to think about. But in order to have this new start, you need to shut out that voice, you know, take the truth and do some inner work and have that fresh start. Move towards a new adventure. Reconnect to like that innocent part of you that hopes again, because then you do have temperance. And the things, this is what's amazing, because you have the Ten of Wands. So I'm like, okay, why do they get temperance and then the Ten of Wands, which is a burden? But what I'm seeing is the things that seemed like a huge burden, if you're connected with yourself and you're seeing things clearly through your intuition, then you have the Five of Pentacles. And if you look at her, look how light she is. She's dancing with birds. She's wearing a tutu. I mean, you can't get a much like lighter energy than that. So it's like the things that felt like a burden when you were out of balance will not feel like a burden if you take care of your own spiritual life. You will be able to carry and handle much more than you thought you could, and it will feel light. You also need to recognize you have Judgment in reverse. The things that have happened, you did play a part in it, okay? You played a part in it, but that's coming to an end, okay? And if you're dealing with a fire sign, that's in reverse, that might not be something that you want to take into your future. You might need to let that go. But also, it just looks like end the judgment, end the fighting, you know? Get more into balance, focus on yourself, and the outcome is gonna, it started out one way, the same exact cards, but in different, you know, one in reverse. If you focus in and visualize what you want, take care of yourself spiritually and emotionally, you're going to be able to carry a lot more. And a lot of these problems are going to fade away. Virgo, I really hope this resonated with you. Please comment below and let me know. Again, if you can subscribe, that would be awesome. I would appreciate the support. And it's pretty exciting, you know, small changes that completely rotate the situation in your favor. And things that looked like problems will not feel as heavy. I look forward to talking to you again soon, Virgo. Lots of love and light to you.